Don't do live now. Let me send some message. There we go. Evals are up.
Generally, at what time do you guys throw it off to like TNS or somebody?
7.
Okay.
Okay. New title. New player 1. P2 player 2.
Hey, what is the command for that?
What's the what?
The command to change names in the Twitch chat.
I do not know that.
I gotcha. Hold on. So, let me open a queue. Right now, queue's open. We're gonna clear the list. When they join, they just type join.
Yep.
And then the person in front will be like, yeah, like that. And then once you type next, the person in the first place gets deleted, 2 moves up, etc., etc.
Wants to play.
Live and let die.
Yes, sir.
Already.
Alright. I think that's all y'all need. If anything, I'll be back hopefully before y'all finish up, but I gotta make a food.
Yeah, take your time, yo. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate it, yo. I'll catch y'all in a bit. I think this is all you need.
Yeah, I think this should be it for now. If anything comes up, I'll just spam call Discord.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright.
I want to join, but I don't want to rank out of amateur without winning an event.
So to get started as far as like the player, Shiki can, I think it's just the ROR 24/7. You can just hop right in here. So we'll get that started. Yep. You can play him. I'm gonna try to find the what is it? The command to put his name in there.
Oh, I found it. It's it'll be P1. Since you guys it'll be P1. Oh, not you guys. It'll be
P1. Shikimiri. Nope. That didn't work.
I'll try it real quick.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh, yes, it did.
Oh,
Look on the
there.
show.
Oh, I thought it would come up on there. Okay, so then 2. Oh, so cool guy. Okay.
Yeah, Shiki, you will be P1, so you can hit start or A or.
So Shiki already is at he's already at amateur. So I guess Shiki, are you trying to like see if you're solidified by that, or you're like looking to try to rank up to amateur? Is that what you're looking for? And then I guess same with Grass. I guess would you want to like kind of be evaluated up to advanced if you were to put yourself in here? So he said he wants purple back. So I guess that means advanced. Yeah. Okay. So kind of play him like I guess in that mindset, you know. I know that he's been like doing more main stuff with Magneto. Obviously the play it like to your best. Think of it like it's grand finals. Definitely try to do all that you can. We'll try to be as quiet as we can as your set is going. We might give you pointers here and there, but when you're in here, you probably might hear us both. So that's probably why you're hearing double within the stream. So definitely do your best and just play and have fun. You know, do your best, and we'll see about breaking you up. We'll find out.
Marvel Comics.
I would still say that Grass has gotten a lot better in the more recent stuff, but I do want to see him like really like take a tournament to really advance him forward. Like getting put into scenarios of like you could definitely still like do well in the advanced section anyway, but to really solidify, it's like you'll know once you actually like do like consistent placings of top 3s within like the rookie servers, not just for that, but like the locals too. And you got top 3 in the most recent one too, so that definitely says a lot. You know, you definitely improved a lot for that. So yeah, I definitely think that advance might come your way, like if you stay on the grind and then do like another few things in the next few months. I would say even next month if you really showboat in like the next rookie tournament or 2. I would definitely like advocate for that.
What team am I playing against? No Zero.
Well, he's gonna be playing the Team Milky, so I would try to like, yeah, I think that he's been solidifying that team like more centered. So yeah, Zero definitely would be better. All right, I will be quiet for it, but good luck and see you at the end.
Oh no, yeah, you could commentate. I can mute up.
Well, they might be hearing me twice if they have like the stream up, so that might be the double entendre. That's why they try to like be as quiet as possible. But yeah. Alright, that's a very good start. Knowledge Odin. Damage output not quite killing Zero, but knows that is the problem.
Advancing guard! Air combo! Advancing guard! Level 3! Down!
Alright, now how is he going to really solidify losing his movement coming in with done, right?
Advancing guard! Come on! Here I am. I'm motivated. Advancing guard! Danger!
I'm losing a lot.
Advancing guard! Here I am. In your face! Advancing guard! Down! I need one! Here I am. Great! Come on!
Alright, not that bad of a first game. Did have the idea of getting rid of Zero early. Definitely needs to clean up of how he gets his movement away from just going gets solo Doom and then going into his Virgil in that scenario. Not that bad of a start though. Let's see if we can clean it up. Neos, I see you. Virgil with missiles is annoying. It is definitely one of those synergies that works well to this day. Definitely very good. Good blocks. Good defense. Did get hit, but still out. And he's okay. Good job, man. See? Good, good. Wow, good snipe. Good snipe on the spear flame. Have a layered mix. Kept it simple, got the throw. Wow. Good block on that, no awareness. A little bit weird. Came out. He is in the meter lead, so he definitely has to stall as best he can to get away from the Doom, so he doesn't have to build him bar to DHC into Virgil. Definitely needs to find that hit. X-factoring on the Doom. Decision is made. He has to capitalize on it, and I don't think it's gonna pay off because. Yeah, no, you're doing the right thing. Him, yeah, spending the X-Factor, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that kind of gave the game away. Good movement to get out of the neutral space. Okay. That's one hit. Yeah, time is not on his side, and yeah. That was one of those combos of all time. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate that he just kind of spent X Factor there. Not really the greatest decision. Definitely need to make a better one to like kind of stay in the neutral. He was not in a losing situation there. Keeping Doom is usually not what you want to do, especially since he had an X Factor of his own. What's he gonna do? Try to save Magneto. Still hold forward. Yeah. I see Inez and Sensei have joined, so we will get you guys after we're done with Shiki. Drop down to the corner. Dante DC. Yep. Good. Particularly again to keep him safe. Knows when to like back out, reset the situation so he doesn't lose the character. At least when it comes to the Dante. Keeping Magneto alive has definitely been a struggle. You lose Magneto in this team, it's like an upper hill battle, especially when you have a zero Doom. Yeah. Pringles. Yeah. We're very lucky that the Shadow Clone dropped. Dante, one of those anchors that can be very explosive, but wastes a lot of X Factor time trying to find the hit and was not able to. Yeah, a little bit more of a struggle there. Did not get really set within his neutral space either.
His first to 5.
Welcome to the world of Marvel versus Capcom.
Goes back to character select. Yeah, very smart decision to try to reset himself.
Claim to your glorious victory. Dr. Doom. Great choice.
Molecular Shield.
Bone Wonderland.
I like it because it can stop him going in with 0
Get ready to brawl.
He has to
Fight! First attack.
Yeah, it's good for the counter pick against Zero, but it's not good for the overall team synergy with Magneto being the center focus of the team. You really want to have a beam to like help him go across to set up pressure, and going against the counter pick of Zero is not really the best bet. You want to go for the overall team synergy. Yeah, I like the idea of trying to mixing it up, but now you're coming in with Dante Rocks, and Dante Rocks is also not that great either. But I see like the idea of the decision. When's Captain America? Not in your lifetime. I'll tell you that one right. SCPs are still a thing. Let's see how he can handle the situation here. Almost had the S there, but got the throw.
Ooh, this is gonna be tricky.
Against Spear Flame, not really much you can do about that. Kind of stops the missiles assist as well. 4 bars, no X Factor, definitely hard, but still 3 touches will do it. And no meter required for 0 either. Yep, very nice. It's 1. Not the greatest incoming there. Yeah, mess up the incoming. Spear Flame again. Can't do anything about that. Definitely wastes a good amount of X Factor time and kind of puts him at a better situation within the neutral space too. But yeah, the rocks did not help because I don't think that it was probably called once, but just didn't land anything. I would like to still see like the team being better with the Doom Beam for sure. Definitely don't steer away from that when you do pick this team. Only like maybe like to go against like a Wolverine, because that just straight up like a hard counter pick, and you don't need that to go in front on them. You can just play lane and just play neutral. For something like Zero, you do need to go in. You kind of need to like those. Okay, all right, snap. That just did not block the second overhead or try to throw or something. That leaves him criminals there. Magneto Dante can still make things work for sure. Okay, alright, we got the hit. That's the first Dante hit I think I've seen. Ooh. Yeah. One of those things where it's like learning the teleport after the prop shredder would definitely help because of small bodies there. Because I seem to know like the timings of those just to get the super jump, especially of how high prop shredder could leave them. That's something that I could definitely teach Shiki after for sure. He needs that help.
Oh wait, it didn't come out. All right.
Should be it. Throwing a drop. Ooh, I said that on purpose. One more time for an SDP. Not quite.
I just think it's
okay, you can make this happen. Unfortunately, with the acid rain a little bit too close, and the raw S, that should. Yeah, well, there you go. All right.
getting all the drops.
All intents and purposes, yeah, it's not happening. Okay.
Yeah, I have the stream open to that.
So I've said a few things. You want to go based on what you were playing on him?
So he had the right idea in blocking a lot of the Zero stuff in the corner. However, it was just the drops on Zero, and I don't know if that's a character knowledge thing where he didn't know the spacing on some of the Dante combos. And I'm not a Dante player, so I definitely can't help him on that one. But right now he's ranked amateur, correct?
Yeah, he's still an amateur. I still say that that's pretty fair for him right now. I know that you really want to like kind of see what you're doing, and going against Zero, it's like you're going to face people that know what they're doing within the advanced categories, and he kind of lets you like do some things to see what you can be doing with certain situations there. So overall, like the stuff that you did have right now, I feel like you can definitely still do well in the advanced category tier, but we really want to make sure that that's really for you by like making it more solidified by a tournament stature. I think I still think that you can definitely make it within that tier as well. But right now, I think just for now, keeping you in there is better, and then we can get you in some tournaments or like get you a little more experience with other types of synergies and plays, and then reevaluate you in like another month or so, and then we could really look back on it for sure. But definitely, like, you have improved a lot. Let's not mince words here. You, since coming back and playing, you did make it pretty well so far for sure. Don't want to take anything away from you in that scenario. But up next, looks like we will have Inez. Inez, I believe, is also in the Discord too. Let me see on where he's placed currently, if he's ranked at all. Are you ranked right now, Inez? I believe you are. It looks like you are at advanced right now. Are you I guess you're looking to be in the semi-pro stat? And just so I understand, what region are you in too? Because I am not particularly familiar where you're at right now. It says East Coast. East Coast, yeah. Okay. All right. So if you want to be into the... We could definitely get 2 sets, if you want. Also, I think it's good, since he's already in semi-pro, we can have him play against you as well. But yeah, we can get that going.
Yep, we're just holding off on waiting for him to join.
Yep.
I think exclamation point parsec if he doesn't. Oh, there he is. Accept. Let's do main setup.
Yeah, definitely. Also for Inez, put yourself to really want to win. I see you have some teams apparently from what T-Hawk is saying. Think of it like this is grand finals, for a tournament. You really want to win. Definitely do your best. Make it think like you're about to win the pot. Want to get your best to really understand where you're currently at your best in this type of situation.
And I'll let you. Do you want to go first? On this
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I can play. If you want me to tag in, I'll play.
Yeah, since he's getting 2 sets, I mean, we could start with you and then drop down. And for him to drop into semi or go up to semi, don't do the.
I'm not gonna do it. Don't worry, I won't do it.
Yos, try to run the first 20.
I think we need to get back to main menu or reset the... Oh, wait. Yeah, let me do it.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Alright, still be P1. Let's see if my, maybe just plug it. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely commentate more on this one.
Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Alright, Magneto,
Heroes are all here. Lay claim to
Trish.
your glorious
Magneto,
victory.
Trish, and Doom. Okay. Alright, keep that in mind. That is not that bad for a Point Magneto team, or the DC options you can have. Okay, good luck.
The fight is on!
You should fear me. Go for broke. Fight!
He's gonna do his own. Everyone knows the famous immeasurable zone. All 3 of the characters. So he has to somehow find his way either with Magneto, which is already dead, watch the ambiguous stuff, but then get hit with the cross up. So he's a bit afraid to hit buttons right now. So this is the Mount Everest of hills he has to climb. But it is possible. Well, he can take it all on that.
Level 2. Air combo.
So my mic is
Hyper combo
low.
KO. Player 2 wins.
I can yell.
Go for broke.
I'll just get a little closer.
Alright. Air combo. Air combo. Level 3.
Oh, I see what you guys are talking about. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll just mute him for now if you guys are only hearing the buttons. I can help you after.
Keeping it stylish. Yahoo! Danger. Jackpot. Central, take notes.
No, T-Grass, he's trying to,
Player 2
rank up to
wins.
semi, so he's gonna just put the pressure on his actual team.
Fight.
Right now, his #1 mission is to deal with Deadpool at all costs. It's stopping him from doing a lot of Magneto movement and kind of stopping the red team. They both make it. Nope, T-Grass, he is advanced right now, trying to go to 7. All good, all good. Okay. This should kill him with enough time to fight that in. Yep, and he gets the mix. Nash isn't even coming. He has to finish it. Let's see if DHC's doing well. This is still big hill you gotta climb. There's not much he can do. Air photons and ground photons are just gonna get beat out by guns. I don't know the Chish matchup to know if this is gonna be bad.
Level 2. Cool. Advancing guard.
Demon's bleeding. I think the next missile fall he's dead. That might have been a mistake. It's all stock to do making this just no meter, no X factor, no help. Just angry. Very unfortunate. It could be a wild happy birthday situation, but it has to happen within the next 5 seconds.
Delay hyper combo KO. Player 2 wins.
Keep your heart out, Robin Hood.
Go for
So I'm
broke.
trying to figure 99-second pressure. Playing this Magneto team. He doesn't really have a beam that I'm aware of to stop this unless he actually selected me as an assist. It's probably the only thing that I'm probably saying.
Level 2.
What are you doing?
Nice, block the overhead, and he's doing it good. He's doing a decent enough job of trying to stay in the air and get away from the ground guns. But he then has a good way of just starting to throw up guns and interchange them with his straight. So it's gonna be really rough. Alright, now he needs to literally go absolute gorilla mode, and he's doing it. He's going in. He got the grab. He gets the kill with a little bit of X Factor left. What's he need to? He wanted to grab, and this is possible. This is actually He had the right idea on X to just go absolutely bananas and go into his face, but other than that, I mean, he has to do something to try to go in. Don't give that this space. Nice OS grab. Went for the reset, didn't neutral tech, so he didn't get me up a bit, so he backfired. Using the disruptor to try to stop the gun switch. He got it through. He has the right idea. He's trying to go in. Alright. That goes down. This is still very doable.
Keep it in style. Danger. Down. Mighty. Got you now.
So this is still doable. He has X Factor and 3 bars. He can't take a lot of this chip. Alright. Extra doable. Oh no, he got hit. He should be dead.
Hyper combo KO. Player 2 wins.
I think that was 5.
Yep,
It
that's
was
5. Yeah.
Alright. So what did you see in adaptation wise? I saw a little bit.
Yeah, just in the 5 set, you can definitely like try to understand like the pressurize a little bit more of like how you really want to get in against a team that really zones in. He did have some adjustments, like where the gunshots were going to be going against Magneto, so he like kind of stayed in the air with like flight and then came back down just to get out of like the up guns and then try to press him a little bit. He just didn't have that much opportunities to really find like really ways to get in. The only time where like Magneto really got any hit was like that last game, and going against like a Magneto that doesn't have like the only like neutral assist he has is missiles, and that can get stuffed by faster beams and faster guns like what I have from the team. So a lot of his pressure where it would be like if someone that didn't have neutral zoning would be better, but because I have a lot of things that countered his own zoning, it was hard for Magneto to do anything. I would have liked to see the adjustment to maybe like play Beam instead, I do like the team overall for him. Just didn't really have that much time to play. Maybe like if you go against him this time, maybe we can see a little bit more like a different type of team, like maybe a little more rushdown. Then we can really see
So I'm not going to play the 0 team. I'm probably going to play the Nova team. Inez, go ahead and take P1 again. And then we'll run that second set. It looks like we have in the Discord, we're going to have... we're going to have Reniculous who wants to eval.
Ooh, okay. I already kind of have a good idea of where to place him.
And then, so Mario, I saw you join the chat. Because you are semi, we're gonna have to find 2 pros and a semi-pro to rank if you're trying to rank up.
Yeah,
I don't think we have another pro right now. As the stream goes on, we'll see if we can contact one of the pros to see if we can go ahead and get you in.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay, so this time we're switching off. We're having Inez play Oso. I still think that as far as like the general mindset of like how the team works, it's definitely good for him. Now we can just actually see like if he can get things started and how well the team would really go up against someone that plays in a different style. Just overall, that's what we want to look for, is like how you go against different ways and how you can adapt. But going into the semi-pro is a different type of ideal mindset. Like think like you want to win and you got to play again. Like that was winners and now this is losers, you know? Like think of it like that. So like now there's like your chance to like really make it out and this would be like your last chance. Really like kind of put a little bit of pressure to really like, you know, not just like do your best before, but really like try to like make it through, you know?
Sword, I see you in the chat right now. Do you know if
Marvel versus Capcom 3.
you can find
The third chapter.
another pro and another semi to play, since we have B-Man here already and he'll be the first pro, to play against Mario, because he wants to try and hit the roll. You know, I guess I could do the super rush down, I guess. I'll see how he does this is.
I'm back.
Brainiac. I'm gonna meet up, but yeah, just
Do the talking.
How are Evals going?
Get ready to brawl.
All right, Brainiac here joining us on the mic as well.
Yeah. How are they going so far?
Good, good. We're in the second part of Inez. Shiki went first, so I think we were good with keeping him at the amateur route. Yeah, I think that once he like kind of labs up a bit more, I do think that he can advance right now. But for where he's been leveling up, he's been getting better. But never want to see more of him in the actual.
Yeah, I want to see him in a rookie bracket and like get really high pushing.
Right, exactly. So Sword says that Spiral is available to being a second pro. Okay. So we have a few options to go through from here.
What are you doing?
Who do we got in queue?
Looks like it was Sensei, and then Mario joined, but also Reniculus wanted to play from the Discord too.
You're going down. Here I am. Here I am.
Player 2 wins. Welcome to the world of Marvel versus Capcom 3, where the final heroes assemble.
Alright, it's going back to character select 2.
Of your life.
Once.
Captain America. Dr. Doom. Akuma, get ready to fight. Bone Wonderland. Fight it out. Ready? Fight! First attack. Like that? Air combo. You like that? You like that? Dude, air combo. You like that? Let's bring it.
I didn't mention before, but for all intents and purposes, as much as I am not a fan, this is a pretty good Cap team with the missiles to kind of get your extensions when you do get the hit, and for Tatsu to kind of get for mixes and for a little bit of extensions in the corner. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a blunt object daywalker.
Pretty early daywalker for that. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get
Instead of claws and swords, we got fists and shields.
fist and shield. Yeah. And also, just for Ian, it's like a completely like shift and change for a team to go up against a Nova like that. I kind of expected him to like stick with the Magneto, but going for like a little different type of pressure to go against a Nova like that, I can see like why he would like to change it up for sure.
Having a bust out option is really nice.
I see also Sword, RR Sword has joined the queue and along with Luigi, so I guess both brothers now want to try to get into the pro section. I guess that's what's going on.
That's good. You're gonna have them play you and Spiral.
Player 2 wins. Ready?
2-0 up. Let's see if any changes can really happen from the Captain America play. Not really showing up for a point. That's kind of tough for him to kind of get the hit, but he does have it now. Let's see how he actually makes the team work when he does get the hit. Alright, good extensions and gets rid of the Nova, which is a very good start. So good ideal and good way of getting that going. So, good start.
Here I am.
Choosing to spend X to save Captain America. Also to try to stop the potential. Pretty much like the whole set to switch into Virgil's favor after the X Factor, so I feel like that was a good call. Counter X. So now with no meter, yeah, this is looking like for Inez. Definitely a good adjustment. Getting rid of the Nova and to counteract the X Factor. A very good start for him. Alright. He actually got the game off of, that was a really good showcase of what he knew for like the overall team synergy and good placings for him to fight a Nova like this. So yeah, that was actually really good. We'll see if he can keep this up. Once again, going for the Nova at the start. This is a really good part to like keep him locked down the corner with Tatsu. Very good idea of how the team works overall against it. Alright, the Doom Virgil definitely overcomes with the Doom Akuma. Now the party started, but still Akuma can come back from anything. Especially with a almost 4-bar potential with X Factor. Okay. Not this game. Well, definitely could have had an SCP situation. Just was not really, wasn't really able to capitalize in that scenario there. A little unfortunate, but still looked really good for the most part in that set.
It was a good X Factor, yeah. Dropped, but it happened.
Air combo. Level 1. Yes.
Now in a very good life lead and just losing out only on the meter, not allowing him to call Virgil in good spots. Does have to say PHC. But still, Inez's game looking like it right now. Until that. I like the idea for the X Factor, but in execution in that scenario, X Factor to still block and then did it. Really unfortunate.
You're going down.
Down. Hard. Electric. Level air combo. I need flat.
Yeah, that's pretty much 3 games in a row,
Don't get
or twice in a row now, rather. After that win, he knew what he was doing. Definitely had the right ideas and the right adjustments. It just kind of somewhere in the middle there, just didn't really all connect together. But after seeing this play so far, I see where the idea of him being in advance is. The potential is definitely there. That's for sure.
I think Inez is already advanced. Yeah.
Oh,
Inez
he
is advanced.
Yeah,
as of,
he wanted technical. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Advancing guard. Advancing guard. Advancing guard.
Back into the neutral zone, but doing Virgil once again being. Ooh, good block on the mix. Alright, but this is definitely a potential for the Virgil to really steamroll. How does he really go for this? Alright. Good start right now. All intents and purposes, Cap is gone. Has he blocked the incoming?
Wow.
Once again, good X Factor to really see where you're at in execution. Unfortunate that he had to block still right after. Old grimy.
You're going down.
Alright.
KO.
I'll do it, yeah.
Player 2 wins.
Still, I will say, good stuff, Inez. You did get the only 1 win, but you hate to say kind of like, oh, it's 3-0, but it was close. But you really did show like you knew what you were doing when you actually had the chance to actually play. Advanced category still, I feel, is right for you. For pro, semi-pro, it's like kind of you had to like kind of really make that go in your way in a lot of ways, and it just didn't really seem like it's right there yet. But I do feel like you would place well within advanced, and you just gotta like keep on grinding and really solidify where you're gonna be at with what team. I still like what I saw though, so let's not get it twisted. Very good.
I like the swap to Cap because I know some or most of Cap's air moves do beat out like Dolphin Kick or anything that no one wants to do, and the Magneto, it would have been really rough. But yeah, I am under the firm assumption right now that mid-advance will be where Inez will be. I feel like he will cook in a bracket, depending on what team he picks and who he's going to play.
Yeah, totally agreed. I've seen Inez play. He's grown a lot since rookie brackets. This is a new team I've seen from him. Last I've seen, he was rocking Magneto 23, I think. He got like a 300% setup almost with the TC Infinite. So he used multiple TC Infinites in our rookie brackets. Curious what urged him to swap to this team, but I'm curious to see how he's gonna do. I can tell he's cooking.
I'm going to pass the baton to you right now because I actually have some work that I need to get back to. For now, when you got back, so Luigi and Mario both want to try to go to Pro. So I believe Spiral and B-Man will play them both, but we would need a third semi, and since I have to bounce, I can find another Pro if T-Hawk.
We're almost up on time-ish. We can always leave it for next time. We all know Mario and Luigi. Mario and Luigi are definitely regulars here. Probably can get sets with them like whenever.
That's true.
and get some eyes on him. And
Reniculus is not gonna play. He's not feeling too well right now.
all right, I hope he feels better.
Yeah, so right now it would be Sensei and Sword.
And Zetsu as well. Zetsu put himself in the cloud before it got closed.
Let me get Sensei. I haven't played Sensei yet. Sensei, get in here.
Ultimate Marvel versus Capcom 3.
Be a Twitch moderator for a little bit.
Sounds good, bro.
Later. GG's, everyone.
Yeah, good stuff. Also, thanks.
GG's also.
BG's.
Yeah.
Trying to connect. Sorry, bro. I didn't have Parsec up. 24/7 Cloud. If you could try one more time. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so Sensei is already at the advanced, so I guess this is the same type of situation where semi-pro is on like the table for him.
Yeah, either that or he wants to kind of like a check-in, get some games in maybe.
Capcom 3.
Yeah, where are you at, Sensei? Like, what are you looking for with this eval right here? Are you thinking that you're try to push the semi-pro? I know you have done well in some of the advanced. I've seen you and commentated over a few of them for sure. Can try for semi, but not sure if you're ready. But yeah, this will definitely like solidify you for sure. Like going up against Brainiac first to see if you're still within that advanced type, or you feel like if you overall got better games or just outplayed them, you know, then we can definitely talk about it. Be like playing me or someone else to get you to like solidify that to maybe like know if you're gonna be in semi. We'll see how this one goes, and then we'll definitely give it a talk over. So I guess P1 is Sensei?
No,
Okay.
I'm P1.
Inception, unfortunately, the queue is closed, yeah. So you missed the opportunity, the window to get yourself in for now.
Bone Wonderland.
Alright, good luck, Sensei.
I never played him, so this will be fun.
Fight! Impact Pulse! Mystic Sword! Impact Level 3! Level 3!
Finish now STP, of course. Could potentially happen once again.
Back to you! Wonderful! Air combo! Try facing. Over here. Try facing. Do I frighten you? Foot side! Wait for that. Danger! Down! Foot side!
Alright, nice lockdown.
Air combo!
Still even another hit on Amy. Gonna have to spend his 3 meters, but that's good. Oh wow, snapping early.
Level 3! Advancing guard! Air combo!
Trying to get a little out of my shield. Wasn't able to get the throw though.
Advancing guard!
Pretty good Doom movement for sure. Definitely has a little more control over where some other Dooms would be at. Ran into the anti-air, unfortunately, there.
Advancing guard!
Okay.
Player
Unfortunately, wasn't really able to get the game started with the point war on MODOK, so hopefully we can see a little bit more of that.
Level 2. Out of my way. Danger. Air combo.
Unfortunately, no MODOK in this game either.
Impact pulse. Impact mystic sword. Impact teleport. Impact teleport. Impact palm. Impact palm. Impact palm. Impact palm.
Now I got the hit strange, and now I'm gonna bring it from corner to corner. And this should really be in his favor, considering this is a very good matchup for him against Phoenix Wright. But let's see if he knows how to really play it.
Impact palm. Mystic. Spell of the
That character unfamiliarity.
Spell of the
Okay, still came out on top though.
Impact palm. Advancing guard. Mystic sword. Impact teleport. Air combo.
Tried to go a little bit too in when he had meter, and really shouldn't have. To try to play a little more neutral. Still definitely not over. He can make the Doom come back. It's just gonna be a little hard with the zoning patterns of Wesker with the gunshot. This is like an advanced bracket type of scenario where you see a lot of Weskers and how they out neutral the Doom and see how well they can get in. Had the right idea there. Unfortunate dash. Alright. That's 2 on for Brainiac. Definitely took more out of it in the longer scale of things. Got it to 26 seconds, so prolonged it and had a little bit better options. And had the strange hit, just didn't really execute to the best of his ability. Alright, first potential MODOK game. He's a character that could definitely steamroll on a team that's like this, for sure. Ooh, but a little bit too anti there. Caught a break though. Let's see if he can finish. That should be more enough damage for sure. There we go. Nice! Good adjustment there. Wasn't able to get any analyzes, but getting the kill is still as important. Ooh. Had the right idea to get the jammer and then go for a snap potentially. But now in the neutral, this is the first time we're seeing MODOK neutral in the game. See how well he plays it going up against Wright. Love the MODOK misses with it too. Very strong. And the DHC, very good. Alright. 7 rings. Super smart. Safe afterwards, so no need to DHC or anything. Alright. Nice. Should be pretty easy as long as, barring the drop, that should do it. Nice! Good stuff from Sensei on that one. Definitely made it a MODOK game, and that's kind of how you like to see it. Good neutral spacing. Had a lot of great decision making.
Live and let die. Fight! Watch her step. Advancing guard. Air combo.
Nice catching him on the legs there. Yeah, an unfortunate drop there. Definitely would have had the kill if he was able to execute that well. Definitely can still pick this up though.
Killer illumination. I have arrived. Advancing guard.
Alright, nice impact bomb. Also very good to use the Kill Illumination DHC because that is fully invincible. So you can get out of that DHC very safely.
Level 3. Air combo.
Probably will lose Strange here, yeah. That's it. The shuffle, very good. Nice X Factor. Definitely knows that this is definitely the biggest potential comeback for it. Alright, very easily too, and with half X Factor 2. Now he should know how to play this, doesn't need to go in. Alright, spaced out really well. Alright, that's 2 games in a row. Good on Sensei, tying it up now. Now it's a legit type of bracket sort of situation, like a first of 3. That was clean, absolutely. Wester's at the upper hand though with the spacing of the gunshot, stops the bombs. It can kind of hit his big head, even though the Dorito might be there. Man, Brain Egg with the chase down. That was super clean. Kind of pushing him into the corner now, and that's not where Strange should be. Almost had the good adjustment to pick up off of the missiles there. Just a little bit too far to get that attack bomb to connect properly. Ooh. Missile saves it though. Yeah, but now we have the one to really test how well you can block. And let's go with the sticks. Yeah. Unblockable is definitely sure to happen in that scenario. Alright. Decent showing, but unfortunately had like the life loss from the Wesker at the beginning. See if he can kind of clean it up and not give him any other opportunities to press him. Alright, back in the neutral game. Now actually using the hover to kind of get around the gunshots where Wesker can be at all times. And that actually worked out. Very good.
Level 3, advancing guard. Air combo. Level 3.
Ooh, but let's have him with a happy birthday. Let's go on that one now. That definitely could have been disastrous for him. DC into the counter. Very smart. X Factors and probably gonna kill Amy there. So good. That was really, really good, Sensei. Definitely good recognition to understand where that situation would lead him at. Yeah, it does not know that Maya is actually physical, so that is not going to counter with a projectile-based super. Still looking like his game though. He just can't let him get a hit with Modok's neutral and how well he should be able to play it. Shouldn't call missiles in this scenario. He has no reason to. Good to use the barrier to like make sure that hits the objection instead of Modok. Very good. Super clean at that situational awareness when that team super was there, and then going into the spell to kill Amy in the back. Very, very clean on that game.
Live and let die. Fight! First attack. Crossover assist. Advancing guard. Crossover assist. One more. Fire! Crossover assist.
Yeah, but pushing Modok into the corner, that is not where he should be, going up against someone with the potential rush down that favors Wesker there. Now he's using like the quintable beams. We get a DC. Yeah. Unfortunately, like teleported with the H there. Not really sure if that was intentional or not, but works out for Brainiac anyway. Kidman with the 2-month streak, but the 5 gift sub or gift subs for 5 months. Much appreciated on that. Alright, once again, gonna go into the neutral zoning. And seeing that Dorito actually stops the cell phone, was able to kind of stop it a little bit, but tried to go in. And again, didn't really need to, but now solo Doom comeback with X Factor can happen with 2 bars. How does he get around the cell phone pressure though? Tries to go above it, but with cell phone and vase kind of doing an anti-air type of zoning, that definitely helps out with Brainiac with the backdash. Alright. Factoring here. Alright. Only one character, Next Factor's still available. I think he got the trade? Yeah. I have to commit though. Ooh. Button down's coming from Brainiac here. And now this is even. A little more favored into Annie here. She has more meter and can slow down. How does he deal with the slowdown pressure? Ooh, the counter. Can't really go for foot dive. Good enemies are going to see that, and that should kill. Very good. All right, one more game potentially from Brainiac. Very smart play from both. Just unfortunate with the foot dive. Just didn't see the counter was going to be. And now going back to character select. I like this from him. I still very much like Sensei to bring this back. It could definitely happen. Even with this performance, though, he is showing that where he's at, I think it's still very good. Where like mid-advanced to even high-advanced, his movements is getting much better as he learns throughout the set, and he's realizing like what the actual danger is of the team and how to get around it. So he is adapting at a very good spot. Still like it to be in the advanced tier though for now. Definitely not over yet for the Eval. Alright, he sees this again, now gonna snipe out with the Silent Blaster. I think that's the first time we've seen the actual counter to it from Modok himself. Side note, I also like him stalling out to stay in the air and staying away from the gunshots with the floats and with the bomb. So that he understands like where he is safe to get around the pressure that he can get from the zoning of Wesker. Here's the decision. Gonna go into the counter actually, not even go for the spell. Gonna get a little more damage out of it and keep him neutral. That definitely works out in his favor here. Throw. Back to the neutral. He has to DHC or else he would lose Wesker there. Came out with a little bit of buttons there. A little unsafe in that scenario there, but got away scot-free. Actually, X Factors to try to get rid of the Maya a little bit early, and unfortunately with that drop for Brainiac, that definitely could have been really bad for Sensei. But now with the teleport, it's again a little character knowledge check. He can't really be present when Ornament Court's there. Alright, but bring it down to 35 seconds though. Kind of neutral as best as he could to really put in his favor, but now with 30 seconds left in X Factor on Brainiac's side, definitely an SCP is still a factor. It can happen. With Cell Phone again, he's not really finding a way to get around it. And of course the paperwork being a very sneaky anti-air tool. 20 seconds left on the clock. This is Sensei's potential last game for the Eval. See if he can learn how to get in with 15 seconds left at least. So does press with the forward foot dive. Not enough time to really seal the deal though, but has at least adapted to the pressure that Phoenix Wright was getting. No meter required either, but I say that. And the drop. No pickup either. Yeah, with 4 seconds left, that should do it here. Really unfortunate that he didn't capitalize where he could have, and potentially could have at least had the life lead, but still, Sensei. I'm actually really surprised of like how well you adapted and how well you adjusted with the overall play for Brainiac here. As far as like the talk for semi-pro though, I do not think that that's where we should put you at, especially with this performance here. I think that you are still within that mid to high advanced. You are definitely adapting in a much better spot than I would see like in a quick first of 3, you know, in like a set. But definitely you'd had a lot of great decisions there, a lot of highlights from you in that set. So good ups on that for sure. Good games, absolutely. I still say that the mid to high advance is definitely good. You definitely do well in these advanced tournaments on top of that too, so don't get it twisted. You are a very good player for the advanced tier. Love to see you in some more tournaments, man. Hopefully you can clean up the MODOK movement a little bit more and then really get you as a really scary MODOK for the future.
Yeah, I am like very impressed from what I just saw. Seeing Sensei play in a rookie bracket was really fun. And since then, I've seen a lot of growth in terms of knowledge, awareness, knowing what to do and when. The strange counters are very well timed, well placed. It's good that you remember that you have it and you're utilizing it great. But yeah, I think B-Man just said everything else. But like, I really like what I saw. I saw a lot of improvement in terms of character knowledge and knowing what to do. I think one of the biggest things I saw in you and rookie brackets was kind of like freezing up and kind of not knowing what to do during scramble situations. But you kept your cool in this one and did very well. So good stuff, bro. What do we got next?
As far as the list goes, I know you said you probably would want to have the Brothers of Destruction coming a little later, so I guess if you want, we can go straight into Sword.
Okie dokie. So do you want to play me? I haven't played you in a hot minute.
Alright. So Sword said that he's thinking of putting himself into the semi-pro. So if need be, I will play him. If you feel like that's worth it for sure. Unless you want to get unless you want to get Spiral to play him, but that's up to him and how we want to kind of go about it.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's right.
So it has switched over, I think, a more permanent team to have Zero in it. So I feel like overall of how well that works out for him, I think it is a better choice. I'm actually going with the Wesker Anchor on top of this pool. Alright, good luck, Sword.
Yeah, good luck, bro.
Come out on top. Ready?
This was, I think, in the advanced tournament as well that I saw him do with a more zero neutral type of approach. Definitely not a bad situation to kind of go about of how to play zero. You could definitely go into both ways, especially when you have missiles. And how he's been going for the neutral in general really works out. Almost could have had a disastrous there where Zero could have died, but got away scot-free on that too. Good catch from Brainiac.
Hold on, sorry. Give me 1 second. I think I fucked up my buttons. I don't have a light and I don't or medium. What the fuck?
Well, Virgil,
this is why I do buttons check, y'all.
Well,
holy shit! I was like so confused. I was like, huh?
we take those.
All right, it's all good.
In that situation, we take those for sure.
I was like so confused. I was like, what's going on here? What are my buttons?
Man, you already had Virgil anyway. All you need is H and S. You're good. Although swords wouldn't come out, but hey, who needs swords? Alright, yeah, let's run that real quick.
Lesson to everyone: check your buttons.
Oh yeah.
It's like in Pokemon where you exit the Pokemon Center and you're like, did I save? Dude.
Alright, off of that little mishap here with not having all of your buttons. First hit going into sword. Does a similar extension that you would see to get like a jam session a little bit in there with the SS variation. Kind of pushes him a little bit too far. Expect a hard tag, but not quite actually. Letting Virgil live, or die rather. Okay. Ball in the lead. Gonna go with the Gemu Zero. Very, very smart. Stops both of that, and he spent X Factor and all the resources. This is very good for Sword. But a happy birthday going in with Brainiac 2. Got a little bit extra when it came to the assist call. Still not out of this though, so it has the potential for the Wesker. And even then, Doom's actually still alive. Alright, well, we may not even see the Wesker, we may not need it. Gets less than legs, okay. Really bad going in for Brainiac, kind of going bad again for Sword on the reverse on that, but Sword taking the first one. Good play on the neutral and good decision making up until that happy birthday situation.
Give me 1 sec. I gotta check something real quick. Give one a sword before you forget.
Oh yeah, of course. I know that personally. So I guess. I haven't been messing with that. See if that actually works.
P2S.
P2S? Okay.
Yeah, P2S is score. P2 is name.
I'm learning on the fly. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's not bad. Right, back to neutral though. Ooh, a little unsafe with that Habagaki. Didn't want to try to save it to go into the Shogemu.
You're going down. You're mine. Take this card. There. You're going down.
Spinning out the meter, making sure the Zero is dead. And Doom Wesker. I don't really see this too much anymore. See if Sword can actually come back with a deficit of not really having a true anchor. Expand the X Factor a little bit early to maybe keep on with the pressure and not give Brainiac any room to breathe. Is that air throw? Alright, tries to go for a teleport mix, but wasting all of his X Factor time. And now with Doom Amy being a big part with X Factor and meter. And a little rough. Alright, going to level 3. This is looking very good for Brainiac, but SCPs again are still in effect. You got 4 bars and only need 1 touch for Doom. Don't know who that was. I don't have this one open. Down this one. But at least good thing for Sword. Definitely can keep it a little more neutral since Brainiac does not have 2 meters and he can't bust out with X Factor to cross him up. And the foot dive actually works out in his favor here. Snapping early. I don't really know about that. And really unfortunate that one missed input there. That could have been really disastrous too. Ah, yeah. Unfortunate for Sword, decision making there for going for the snap. I don't think is really the best decision. You killed Doom there, and I know it's a bad matchup for Amy. If you try, you may as well just try to get the kill you're presented at, and then possibly getting like the incoming mix that Doom can still work at on any character. I feel like it's a better chance to actually make your team or make that win actually happen. But now tied up on 1-1. Could just definitely be a 0 game here. Using the OTG assist to kind of allow it to be as easy as possible to get him spaced out right into the corner. I think that's a good, very easy way to kind of get this team to work. And nice Fuzzy to go back onto the low section. That's very Joey D-esque. One of the scariest things that Zero can have in his toolkit is to make it seem like it's going to be an overhead. Wow, actually, like, because the angle of the Cold Star just dashes under, got away from that, but going back on the offensive again, Brainiac not able to block that though. Using level 3 and actually making that incoming a little more ambiguous, make it a little more meaty. Lock down Cold Star and throw at the end. No X Factor from Brainiac either. Went for a late snap, unfortunately, to make it work out. Now looking good for Sword. He could potentially DHC out. Still has 2 bars to watch out for. And that's actually a punish. Choosing not to X or anything. I like the neutral play that he's got. And the missiles save it this time. Wesker missiles against a solo Amy. As long as he stays away from where she pressurizes, she can get that hit. Unfortunately, drops the pickup. I don't think he's going to make it through. Yeah, Comic Shop only gets the fire out. And now with the slowdown on top of that, going to waste as much X Factor time as he can. Has to do the mix up here. Going up back, good tech. Seven seconds left on the clock. Still anybody's game. 1 touch will do it for Sword. Going to build up the meter. He only has 4 seconds to build it, though. He needs the grab or throw now. Can he make it in time? Do it now. If he does it now, does it go in time? Not quite. It drops on top of that, too. Oh, if he had a microsecond. A microsecond and maybe going into the M instead. Oh. That's a heartbreaker. He definitely made it work though. A little bit of extra range, a little bit of extra time though could have been working out in his situation there, but that's gonna be 2 on Brainiac. Definitely made the right call though.
You're mine. Take this. Hard. There. Level 2. You're going down. You're mine. Take this. Hard. Level 2. There. You're going down.
And now Zero just about dead. Actually didn't quite finish it out there with the Cold Star, but that raw S came through. Now switching, I also didn't notice that he switched over to Virgil in the middle of changing the score. I feel like overall this is just a better pick. Using the Zero Doom Virgil, obviously we see that with plenty of top players, Remora and Joey D as well. So definitely one of those teams of all time. Safe DC right into sword, almost got the punish. But I like the idea of going into swords to put the pressure on Virgil early. Alright, now Doom Emmy into Virgil Doom. Hard tag, wow, really ballsy coming from sword, but really didn't want to get a situation where has to force a block with Virgil on the Follow My Lead. I like how he had Doom to try to take that instead of Virgil. I feel like that's really smart. Alright, how does he finish? He doesn't have any meter though. Using the X Factor and too much hit stun. Not really able to see that all the swords and all the missiles really didn't put it in a favor where you could get that ground bounce. And he didn't build any bar on top of that, wasting a lot of X Factor time. Really unfortunate decision making there. Just didn't recognize it. And now that 2 meter is built, gonna kind of take a miracle to get through all the blocking with the X Factor. Just choosing to go in with the Cold Star, not even a bad choice. He had to really go out of his way to get that. Alright. Hopefully we can have Sword kind of pick this up and change it around here.
Player 1 wins.
If only it was written that lie before you stood.
Go for broke. Fight. Advancing guard.
Unfortunately, the Zero play is not really lasting too long, and we don't really get to see too much of how you normally see a Zero game really be played out. And the mix-up, because we had the wall bounce already there, really good for Brainiac to keep the pressure. Just wasn't able to see it from Sword.
You're going down. You're mine. Take this.
Yeah, another Zero game now, pretty much out of the picture.
You're mine. Take this. There. Hard. Advancing guard.
How does Sword deal with this now? Now down a life, a character, but can still DHC safely into Virgil. As you want to play this. Keep on with the neutral, so Virgil can't really hit him on the top of the screen, doesn't have any missiles to back that up. Tries to go for rocks, but not able to get back. And he DHC him just, yeah, Devil Trigger, good decision. Just a little bit too far to get that confirmed, but definitely the right call. And again, another hit, but not able to actually confirm, spending the X Factor though early. He's gonna have to make this count. Good box dash to get to the other side. Down TC. Side TC also to finish it. Okay. Now not looking so bad for Sword here. Now actually gonna put on his swords. He can stall out as much as he can, yeah. And now gonna spend Devil Trigger on top of that too to give him a little more movement. I feel like it's probably better to just save your resources here. Especially X Factor and being slowed down, yeah. See how it kind of works out. Hard tag. Big decision made, but we would punish. Alright. It can happen, being slowed down though. Is he going with super? Just gonna try to force a block. No Helmbreaker because he knows that the counter is there. But the forward throw, that should do it for Brainiac. Alright, 4-1. Good that he wasn't trying to go too overzealous in the corner though. So it's definitely the counteract with the counter would definitely have been a factor. He had the right idea, just needs to kind of get out of that situation a bit better. Now switching over to a completely different team, Wesker, Akuma, Strider. Maybe try to like poke Brainiac on his head.
It's do or die. Fight!
He's kind of win 4 straight though.
Advancing guard.
He's actually just out footseeing him with that standing H. He's using the spending X Factor a little early. I don't know, now it's like looking really tough to make that work. And now spending the X, yeah, okay. I feel like after that loss in the, on that last one, kind of drained it out mentally, yeah.
Hey, GG's, bro. It was like good stuff. Close games, last character, a lot of anchors. Game's hard, man. And I saw the lightning loops you were hitting. It's just hard. Farsight Gaming. Been hard to finish.
Yeah, unfortunately, just if we just had like more zero games, like I really do feel like Sword would be a much better spot to like kind of keep him alive and to really center around like the zero gaming overall. I feel like that would really be like the best way to kind of level him up into the semi, into that category, but you know, didn't really get to see it playing against you, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's very hard, like, trying to land those links and combos and high ping. Add on the fact, like, I'm playing Amy as well. I'm gonna, like, drop out. Wasn't expecting the random fucking HS. Yes! Gonna keep doing it until I get punished.
Seems like
okay, round trip and neutral and judgment cuts. Yes, sir. I'm working on that one too.
it seems like full Zetsu is the last one up.
Oh, Zetsu. I haven't played him in a hot minute either. Zetsu, let me get, oh, you're already in here.
Yeah, let me see. I think he's already advanced as well, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I guess same ideal. Actually, no, he's ranked amateur.
Wait, we didn't move him?
At least that's what it says on his profile right now.
We should move this. Move this.
Well, this, no matter what, this should solidify if he should be there no matter what, because I thought that it was like going to be put up to advanced anyway.
You know what it is, actually? Wait, I have him in advanced. Wait, are we looking at the same sheet, Demon?
Maybe not the sheet. I'm looking at.
Oh, you're looking at Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me update the name. Yeah, I was like, there's no way. Alright. Yeah. They've been advanced for a hot minute.
Okay. Then that makes more sense then. Alright, well, I don't think I'm needed here then. I do have to get my own stream set up in a little bit. But good stuff. Of course, everyone who's been evaluated so far. We'll definitely get probably like the Martyr Brothers to like solidify if they're going to be in pro or not. Maybe in the next one, I'll try to make some time for that when we can. But alright, I'm going to hop off. But good stuff, everybody.
Yeah.
Come out on top.
Thanks a lot, B-Man.
Of course.
Fight! Advancing guard. Air combo.
Yeah, for semi? Ah, not yet, bro. Still got a lot to learn.
Air combo. Advancing guard. Vanish.
Good PhD.
Down.
Yeah.
Level 3. Air combo.
Don't get so tough.
Advancing guard. Crossover combination. Level 1. Air combo. Crossover combination. Down.
take revenge.
Air combo. Danger. Advancing guard.
Magnetic blast.
Crossover assist.
Magnetic blast.
Down. Crossover assist. Danger. Down. Danger. X-Factor. Level 1. KO. Player 1 wins. Go for broke. Fight! First attack. Cool air combo. Here I am. Advancing guard. Not yet.
Magnetic blast.
Advancing guard. Air combo. Danger.
You're mine. Take this! Here I am. Here I am. Don't get so tough.
Down.
Yes, it's hard.
Advancing guard. Crossover assist. Air combo.
ID.
X-Factor. Level 4. Danger. Danger. Down.
Don't get so tough.
Hyper combo KO. Player 1 wins.
Be gone.
Go for broke. Fight! Air combo.
Here I am.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, for it.
Air combo. Level 2. Air combo. Danger.
You're going down.
Vanish.
Here I am.
Card. Advancing guard. Card. Card. Level 1. Danger. Great. Air combo.
Here I am. You're going down. Here I am.
Advancing guard. Danger. Down. Breakaway.
Magnetic boom.
Air combo.
That was a good tech throw.
Combo.
Foot side.
Great.
Foot side. Foot side.
Air combo.
Foot side.
Advancing guard. Level 2.
Foot side.
Level 3. Danger. Air combo. Down. Awesome.
Yes,
Foot side. Foot side.
Advancing guard. Air combo. Level 3.
you're mine. Take this!
Card. Level 3.
You're going down. You're mine. Take this!
Card.
There.
Level 3.
You're going down.
Down. Olympic card. X-Factor. Advancing guard.
Don't get so tough.
X-Factor. Level 4. Down. Cool.
Magnetic blast.
Advancing guard.
Disruptor. 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 Gravity squeeze. You are defeated.
Oh, you had it.
Attack. Shockwave.
Hyper combo KO. Player 2 wins.
I expected you to be a more
Go for broke. Fight. First attack.
magnetic blast.
Here I am.
Come on. Air combo. Level 2. Air combo.
Here I am. You're mine.
Level 3. Level 3. Danger. Wonderful.
You're going down.
Down.
Yes, it's
Advancing guard. Air combo.
ID.
X-Factor.
Black. Here I am.
Level 4.
Don't get so tough.
You will burn. You will not.
Down. Amazing. X-Factor. Advancing guard.
Foot side. Drop Foot side. Foot drop. Drop. Foot side. Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Foot side. Got you. Foot side. Foot side. Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Foot side. Foot side.
Air combo.
Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Foot side.
Air combo.
Foot side. Foot side. Foot side.
Danger. Down. Stylish.
Hidden missile. Don't wanna race. Foot side.
Air combo. Maximum. Level 2.
Foot side. Foot side.
I'm motivated.
Foot side.
Danger.
Foot side.
Danger. Air combo. Level 3. Hyper combo KO. Player 1 wins.
You dare to challenge the son of...
Go for broke. Fight.
Come on. Here I am.
First attack. Air combo.
Here I am. You're mine. Take this.
Level 2.
You're going down. You're mine.
Level
Take
2.
this.
There. Danger.
You're going down. You're mine. Take this.
Down. Crazy.
Yes, it's mine.
Come on.
Here I am.
Level 1. Level air combo.
Come on. Here I am. You're mine. Take this. Here I am. Here I am.
Beautiful. Danger. Air combo. Down.
Here I am.
Air combo. X-Factor. Flat.
Here I am.
Beautiful. X-Factor. Cool. Maximum. Crossover. Great. Advancing guard.
You're going down. Here I am.
Yes. Air combo.
Foot side. Foot side. Foot side.
Advancing guard.
You're going down. Here I am.
Come on. Level air combo.
Here I am. Don't get so tough. Dr. Doom.
You will burn. You will not.
Delay hyper combo KO. Player 1 wins.
If only it were riches that lie before you.
Go for broke. Fight.
Here I am.
First attack. Air combo.
Here I am. You're mine. Take this. There.
Level 2.
Don't get so tough.
Level 2.
You will burn. You will not.
Incredible. Danger. Down. Crossover attack. Crossover attack. Flat. Level 3. Air combo.
Here I am. Don't get so tough. Dr. Doom.
You will burn. You will not.
Crazy. Advancing guard. Advancing guard. Level 2.
Foot side.
Oh, boring.
Foot side. Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Foot side. Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Foot side.
Yes.
Foot side. Foot side. Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Oh, boring.
Level 1.
Oh, boring.
Foot side.
Air combo.
Oh, boring.
Foot side.
Advancing guard.
Oh, boring.
Level Level 3.
Foot dive.
Danger.
Foot dive.
Down.
Foot dive. Foot dive.
Advancing guard.
Foot dive.
I'm motivated.
Advancing guard.
Foot dive. Hidden mid. Foot dive.
Level air combo.
I need
Flat.
Here I am.
Danger. Level 4.
They'll get some fun.
Down.
Discard.
Level air combo.
I'm motivated. Rest in peace.
Alright, GG's, that's it.
Combo KO.
That was some good stuff.
Player 1 wins.
Might controls everything.
I'll be signing out now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And hope everyone has a good weekend, because I'll be trying to. Thank God it's Friday. I think I'm gonna be sending y'all to Tampa Never Sleeps, assuming they're still streaming. Let's see. Yes, 3:46. Alrighty. Take care, everyone.